Hi, welcome to the second video in this free video series. My name is Scott Q. Marcus, CRP, that's Chief Recovering Perfectionist of ThisTimeIMeanIt.com, and the founder of this service that we're putting out called the Inner Oval. Now, the first question that comes to me from a lot of people is, why is it called the Inner Oval? All right, well, the truth is it's kind of like an inner circle. It's a core group of people who I will work with on a regular basis, and most people call it an inner circle. But actually, I had a good friend and a consultant who worked with me, and she said, you know, because you're a perfectionist, you probably wouldn't want to have a circle, so why don't you call it the Inner Oval? See, it's clever. So, Liz, if you're watching this one's for you. So that's why it's called the Inner Oval. But more importantly, what it is it's a group of supportive people who are going to help you find the motivation to get where you need. And these videos right now are free, and as I hope you can see, that they're full of information to help you move forward. The last video that we worked on, we talked about my personal fitness plan, and we identified using the 80-20 rule, how we can pick up the problems that might get in the way of our plan and come up with some plans to get past them so that we're successful. That's the type of information that we're going to be talking about. But this time I want to take a different take on it, and I want to talk about what I call the chain. And you'll notice the fantastic artwork. I hope that I am a better speaker than I am artist, because this is not going to go anywhere. So see, this is a chain. So these are links in the chain. See how that works? Isn't that clever? High graphics, high artwork. This is why I'm able to keep the pricing down so low, because of these high graphics. So that's why you're getting it for free. That's a chain, see? So what I wanted to talk about is, a lot of people say, when asked, I go, what is it that seems to be the problem? Why do you have trouble losing weight? And they will say, because I eat too much. Well, yeah, I know that. But the eating isn't really the problem. Let me say that again. The eating isn't really the problem. The eating is the thing that we do at the end of a series of thoughts and events that causes the problem. So if this is our chain, and this is the beginning of our chain, and this is the end of our chain, the last link in our chain is we eat. And we eat to excess, which is the problem. But it's not like we're some sort of food zombie, that we're just walking around in the street and suddenly we go, must eat food, and head off somewhere. There's a series of events that caused us to eat. And if you remember in the last video, I identified that a couple of them for me are stress eating and nighttime eating. So we'll take stress eating, because a lot of people suffer from stress eating. So maybe you suffer from stress eating. So we're not eating isn't the problem. The problem is that we're really stressed out. Because we're stressed out, we eat. So now we stop and think, well, what is it that stressed me out? And it might be, for most of us, we lead regular lives, we have a whole lot to do. It was a very long day. One of those days where you were solving everybody's problems, including your own. If anything could go wrong, it did. It was one really long day, and by the time you got home at the end of the day, you were stressed out. And because you were stressed out, you learned how to handle stress by eating, because it makes you feel better. So the eating was the result, which was caused by stress. What caused the stress was a long day. What caused the long day might be that you had just a lot to do. You had to run around. Maybe you had to take your kids somewhere and you didn't plan for that. Maybe you had an assignment due. Maybe you had some stuff you had to do around the house. Whatever it was one of those days where from the moment you got up to the time you went to bed, it was run, which makes for a very long day, which causes you to be stressed out, which leads to eating. So here's the thing. When you're, again, standing over the sink eating the ice cream, it's very difficult to break the chain. It's a little easier to break the chain if you realize, oh my goodness, I'm stressed out. The next thing I'm going to do is eat. So maybe I can find something else to do instead of eat. I can go in some other direction. It's even easier if I realize that, wow, a long day causes me to stress out. So I need to be ready for tonight to come up with some alternative plan, so when I get home, if I am stressed out, then I'm going to do something aside from eat. So once I'm stressed, I'm already partially there. If I'm thinking, this is a long day, I'm starting to feel stressed, I know that leads me to eating, I got to start thinking of plans before that. And maybe what I can then do is, if I wake up in the morning and realize I have a whole lot to do, I might just be able to change my plans. Maybe there are some things that I can drop. or some things I can delegate, or some things I can assign out. Because if I can lower how much I have to do, my day doesn't feel as long, the stress level is reduced, the desire to eat is not necessarily diminished, but certainly cut down. That's what we're talking about with the chain. And those are just some of the things that we go through in the Inner Oval as part of these free videos and as part of a whole lot more. Now you might say to yourself, well, I could have thought of that, and you could. A lot of this is information that I picked up from other people like you. But I'm putting it all together in one series for you, and I hope you're enjoying it. As a matter of fact, if you are, I'm asking you for a simple favor. Tell friends, make comments, share it with as many people as possible. Make sure they sign up for this email list. This is all free. It's all no obligation. It's all simple information that you can use immediately. And I hope you take a little bit more of a look at the Inner Oval. The next video we're going to talk about is, have you ever had it where you're going really, really well, and you're on your program, and maybe you're losing weight pretty steadily, and you hit a plateau and you can't seem to get off it, and you go, oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? Well, what we're going to talk about is, how do you get past stuck? How do you move and get yourself going again when it just feels like you can't do it? So again, my name's Scott Q. Marcus, Chief Recovering Perfectionist of ThisTimeIMeanIt.com. Check out the website, make sure you've signed up for the email, and as always, treat yourself special. Watch for the next video.